I don't know who I want to go with for this game.
3, 2, 1. Welcome back. Episode 3 of the Everything DB show. You got myself, Darius Butler, 9-year NFL vet. I'm here with my brother.
Denzel Butler. I've been going through it since Christmas. I'm battling this little sickness.
Grit. That's what the playoffs all about, man. Playing through injury.
But we still here.
I've been soft. Bringing in 2020 in the right way. It's a wild card weekend. Obviously, we got my man Max Martinez behind the scenes making everything happen. I'm excited about this weekend, man. This is when I really start to miss it a lot more as a player. Like, damn, I want to get out there in front of the game because they're so important. I mean,
it's win or go home.
It's win or go home.
This is why I personally like football playoffs over basketball, because you got one shot, one game. One turnover can make the play. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how the defensive backs play this week. See if somebody can just make something happen.
You know what it is? NFL is more. It's more about who was better that day. Like you said, it's not like the NBA is like the better team will win. Like the better team is going to win the best of 7. But you go out there on Saturday, the weather may be this or that, and like that team, if that day somebody blocks a punt or tips a pass,
they can tip the scale.
I ski. Yes, can change the game, baby. So let's get into these AFC matchups.
AFC matchups this week. We have the Texans versus the Bills.
Bills, okay.
We also had the Patriots versus the Titans. But let's start with the Texans Bills. Who do you like? What are the matchups, and how do you think they're gonna come?
Well, you know the show. We go straight to the DBs. So if I'm going Texans Bills, I think the better DB group right now is the Bills. Okay. And I think they will have the best defensive back on the field with Trey White. And he'll probably be matching up with one of the best receivers in the game with DeAndre Hopkins. As you know, D-Hop is excited about that matchup.
Yes, we saw a picture that he posted earlier today, 2020 boom.
We got to throw that up. He threw that up a couple days ago. You know, this would be...
Yeah.
This would be the third. But, so he threw that picture up, so D-Hop's excited about it. I'm sure Trey White is. Led the league in interceptions this year along with Gilmore and Harris out of Minnesota. But not only his interceptions, just he's been taking guys away. He's been tackling well.
All pro.
He's had an all-pro year for sure. He just honestly gets some defensive player of the year consideration. I know he won't, but just because he's playing corner and he's in Buffalo, not a mainstream, but he's been playing his tail off this year. What about on the other side? Those other DBs. Texans.
On the other side, we got Garyon Conley.
Got traded over.
We got
Hargraves. Hargraves looks like a new guy.
He has some fire. He got a new fire lit over there.
Yeah, sometimes you need that. You need that to happen. I was cut twice early in my career, and before I got to Indy. And when I got to Indy, I kind of my back was against the wall, and I kind of felt like this was the place that I needed. Being a high pick, Hargraves was a high draft pick, first round pick, got cut, and he's landed on his feet out in Houston, man. So I'm happy for him. Ready to see him compete. Bradley Roby has been playing well this year as well.
Can't forget about Roby.
Since he came over from Denver, he made some huge plays. I remember he kind of jumped on the scene in that Patriots game. And, he's been riding that momentum since. So I'm excited about it. You got Gibson back there. You got Justin Reed flying around. What I will tell you is being in that AFC South for 6 years, playing in NRG Stadium. That's the right name because they bring the energy, especially when 99 is playing. Yeah. And 99, as you know, will impact how the D-backs will play because that pass rush and how he changes the math and the run game. So, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be an exciting game. Let's get it, man.
For me, I'm going with another road team. I think Buffalo's going to go. Yep, the Buffalo are going to come into town. They're going to come in. I think Tre'Davious White is going to get the better of D-Hop.
Okay.
And I think that they'll win because Josh Allen will probably have over 75 yards rushing tomorrow.
That's tough. It's tough to account for running quarterback. But I'm going to go with the home team again. I'm going to go with the Houston Texans. I know they've been beat at home. They got beat at home last year, actually, by the Colts, who were hot. And I think the Bills have been playing very well this year. Very good defense, very good secondary. Josh Allen has played very good. But I'm giving Deshaun Watson the edge this game. I think he holds home field advantage. Will Phillips should be out there. And J.J. Watt's coming back.
He's going to have
that building with J.J. with 99 running out of tunnel. I'm telling you, it's crazy. I played 2012 a wild card game when the Ravens went on to win the Super Bowl that year. And it was Ray Lewis's final home game in M&T Bank Stadium, and that place was crazy. So I think it'll be a similar type energy with J.J. Watt coming back. Everybody thought he was going to be out for the season. He's coming back for a playoff game. I think that'll be the difference in that team.
These Patriots, man.
That's the Belichick Bowl right there. You got Mike Vrabel on the other side coaching up the Titans, who's been playing well this year. Tannehill's been playing great, but how do you see Tannehill faring in New England for his first postseason start?
I think Tannehill's going to be fine. The reason I like Tannehill this season because they've really allowed him to just not try to be the guy. Mm-hmm. He's relying on Derrick Henry. Yep. Derrick Henry just had 32 carries, 212 yards, averaging 6.6 yards a carry. So I know that they're going to be leaning on the run.
He's the rushing champ. But
so when he has to throw, the Patriots are going to have to respect the run first, and I think that'll open up his game. And that's why I do like the Titans this week. And I had to say it. I had to say it earlier. I'm sorry.
The thing about it is, Tannehill's not a young quarterback, but the playoffs are a different beast.
I agree.
You're going into Foxborough. Everybody knows something's going to happen in Foxborough that's kind of out of your control. And I've seen some great quarterbacks. We've seen growing up, I've seen Peyton Manning struggle mightily in Foxborough to win. I've seen a talented guy like Andrew Luck go up there and struggle year in and year out to win games in Foxborough that time of year. So it'll be tough. Tannehill, he has played very, very well, but as a lifelong Dolphin, I don't have that much faith in Tannehill, to be honest. I think he's given us so much and gives so much hope. Fizz down here flicking them off, but I think he always does enough just to let you down in the end. But we're going to see. But in the Patriots, those matchups, you got Gilmore. It's going to be matched up with A.J. Brown, most likely. And I don't know if they have any other weapons. You know they're going to have to get in that box and stop the run, like you said, and I think they will. You know, Belichick's always try to beat you left. He makes you beat him left-handed. So I think he's going to stack the box and stop the run. I think he's going to address A.J. Brown in the passing game, so it's going to have to be some other guys that step up and beat the Patriots in Foxborough. And I personally don't see it happening.
This is the last thing I'm going to say about this. I think that we're going to see a sprinkle of Deion Lewis. I think the Titans are going to go back and look at the Texans film.
Knows Deion Lewis best?
Bill Belichick. Okay. And he's going to be afraid of him this week.
Okay.
And because they're going to go back and watch that film of what Duke Johnson did against those linebackers. And I think that if I was a good offensive coordinator, that's where I would go.
That would be a matchup.
I want to see.
They got some good tight ends too, but they practice against each other too, so they should be kind of familiar. And on the other side of it, real quick, Brady has to deal with that Titan secondary, who they aren't any slouches over there.
You got Kevin Byard, they know Brady.
You got Vaccaro. You got guys like you said who know Brady very well with Logan Ryan and Malcolm over here in that building. It'll be a matchup.
I think it'll be a good matchup. A good defensive matchup, and the guy who can get 20 points on the board will win the game.
Okay.
Whichever team gets to 21.
I can see that. Let's slide real quick. Patriots. I think the Patriots have the special teams edge too in that. But,
definitely.
We can get to that later. The Titans Patriots game. What you going with?
I'm rocking with the Titans. Titans will roll into town up in Foxborough.
Okay.
They're gonna run the ball down their throat. And they're going to take their shots when they need to and come out with the victory.
I'm going to Patriots. I know they haven't been playing great towards the end of the season, but I think they'll find a way to flip that switch in the playoff mode. It's home field. They will have to go on the road after this, so I think they take care of home field against, once again, Ryan Tannehill getting his first playoff game. I think they stopped Derrick Henry. And I think they turned Tannehill over a couple times to win this game. And I think they make a huge play in special teams because that's what the Patriots do at that time of the season, especially at home. NFC, we got Seattle and Philly matched up, and we also have
Saints-Vikings.
The Saints and the Vikings again. Yeah. Remember that miracle with Diggs the last time they matched up in the playoffs?
This time we'll be in the black hole. They'll be in the Saints stadium.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go quickly. I'm gonna say I think Drew Brees is unstoppable right now.
Mm-hmm. So how do you see that Minnesota? We talk secondary here. So how do you see that Minnesota secondary holding up against Drew Brees, Mike Thomas, and that offense? Jared Cook, you got to mention him as well.
I don't see them holding up.
You don't see them holding up?
I'm sorry about that. I don't see them holding up. I think Drew Brees is gonna do his thing. And I don't know. The Minnesota secondary has not been what they have been of the past. Mm-hmm. But we want to see some light.
Rose haven't had he hasn't played up to the level we're used to seeing him play. And obviously Drew Brees has been unbelievable again this year. You have Mike Thomas, who is shattering all types of records. But as we know, in the playoffs, teams focus more on stopping.
They're going to find a way to stop him. He's going to get double team every play.
Yeah. So, Mike Zimmer, he's a great defensive mind, been around this league for a long, long time. So I'm sure he'll have something schemed up to try to stop Mike Thomas and limit his production. But we'll see. On the flip side, you got Kirk Cousins going against the Saints secondary, and the Saints secondary has been some question marks back there.
They have been. They just acquired a new guy, Janoris Jenkins. He played his
he's
first
week. He's going to be out there.
Yeah, so we're going to see him probably against Thielen a few. We're going to see some Lattimore against Diggs.
So Thielen be back out there healthy?
Yep. Hamstrings feeling good.
Hamstrings feeling good for the playoff run. Everything got to be feeling good for the playoff run. Diggs has had a great year. I like 22, that rookie. I can't think of his name right now. That rookie for the Saints, big guy. I like how he plays the game, the run game and the pass game. Obviously, you got Lattimore, who's a top dog, and he'll probably be on Diggs a lot. I love his game as well. He's a solid pressure guy, very patient at the line.
Who do you like between that matchup, Diggs and Lattimore?
I'll take Lattimore, man. I just seen Lattimore just step up. He's used to going with a guy like Julio 2 times a year. He sees Mike Thomas every week in practice, every training camp since he's been in the league. I saw him lock up and strap up and completely take Amari Cooper out of the game, like a couple top dogs have. But I'm gonna take Lattimore in that matchup. Okay, it's going to be on the other guys, the Eli Apples, the Pat Ryder, the other guys to step up and play consistently and make plays. I think this game will be a little closer than people think. It all depends on which Kirk Cousins you're gonna get. So they're not playing on Monday night, so Minnesota, you got a chance.
Absolutely. I'll let you go first. Who do you think?
I'm taking the Saints in that one. That'll be easy one. I think Drew Brees handles business. You saw what happened the last time these two teams matched up in the playoffs, and I don't think it'll be close enough for a miracle like that to happen at the end of the game. So I'm taking the Saints.
I do think it'll be a closer game, but I am going with the Saints as well. I think Sean Payton will dial something up against Mike Zimmerman.
But it'll be big. Saints got to stop Dalvin Cook.
I think the Saints will get the dub, though.
Yeah,
I like Michael Thomas.
They got to limit Dalvin Cook.
Seattle, Philly.
Which secondary are you giving the edge? I know who I'm going with.
I'm giving my edge to Philly.
They made some big plays against Dallas.
They're a stingy team.
They made some big plays against Dallas down the stretch to seal that game. Sidney Jones in the end zone against Michael Gallup.
I don't think they get a lot of credit either. And
Maddox made some plays.
I think they play with a chip on their shoulder.
The third down. So you got Malcolm, who's been a steady, solid leader and a very good player. He's won a Super Bowl championship with him. He's a guy that's going to keep that defense and that team. He's going to have them ready to play. Carson's doing a great job. So you go over the secondary of the Eagles. I'm going to go to Seattle.
Okay,
I'm going to go to Seattle because Diggs is back, man. And I think Diggs, since he's got traded to Seattle, Quandre Diggs, he's brought an extra fire over there, and those guys, Trey Flowers has made some plays down the stretch. Like I said, Diggs and Griffin. Griffin's been doing his thing for this entire year. So I'm excited about those guys. They're gonna have to generate some pressure up front.
It'll be a fun game.
Bobby Wagner had that group, that bunch ready to go. So that'd be an exciting matchup. Carson Wentz, he's went on a tear this last month of the season. He did everything he needed to do to get his team in the playoffs, even with all the ravishing injuries. So he's done that. He's done it against some bad teams. Some teams with some poor records. So this would be a different type of challenge for him because this Seattle team, regardless of what you say, they were 1 inch away from being the number 1 seed.
Absolutely.
So there won't be any slouches. But Philly will be at home, and you know how those fans are. So it'll be exciting, man.
The Seahawks-Eagles, I think it's going to be a closer game than a lot of people think because it's in Philly. There will be weather involved. Not that Seattle's not used to playing it. And I'm still going to give Seattle the nod, though. I think Russell Wilson will have some magic. He'll find a way to get in the end zone right when they need it.
I'm going to Seattle as well. Like I said, the Eagles have had a great end to their season to get into this position, but that takes a lot. That takes a lot out of a team. So it's been a lot of emotion, a lot of games with a lot on the line. Now They've been in the playoffs for the last month.
Yeah, and now
and they've been playing against some pretty shitty teams. Excuse my French, but they have, and now they're playing against a team who were an inch away from being the number 1 seed in the NFC. I think Seattle takes this game, man.
All right.
So those are our picks. What you think?
Let's see how it works out. Wrap it up for the show. I hope y'all enjoy episode 3.
First one in the new year, man.
Yes, sir.
The first one in the new year. Episode 3. Happy New Year. Still, I know it's the 3rd, but Happy New Year. Hopefully sticking to your resolutions. It's only been 3 days, man. Come on.
New Year's resolution. Tune into the show every time it comes
Every
on.
time. Join the
resolution.
movement. That's your resolution. Get an Oski. Yes, Let's go, man. Everything
Oski.
Thanks for rocking with us.
All right.